Is Sean Strickland a better role model to the youth, to young men, than Israel Adesanya? Israel Adesanya recently pleads guilty to a drunk driving charge 21 days before his last fight, his title fight, okay? In training camp, his title fight to defend his middleweight title against Sean Strickland. He gets pulled over and he wasn't wasted. He did blow over the legal limit in New Zealand. Look, we saw the video a couple months ago of him hobnobbing there with John Jones, you know, shadow boxing, grappling in the hotel lobby with John Jones. They're boys now.
'Cause the boys in the hood are always hard.
This has John Jones vibes, guys. This has John Jones vibes. Now, look, he wasn't wasted, like I said, driving just over the limit, but that's no excuse, man. That's no excuse. Drunk driving is one of the worst things that you can do in any society, as you put so many innocent people and yourself at risk. Look, tongue-in-cheek in the sense that he didn't go full John Jones. High level. Was he overlooking Sean Strickland? Now, having a drink here and there in a training camp with dinner, a glass of wine, a couple whiskeys, who am I to judge? Especially someone who's been doing it for this long, someone who knows their body more than anybody, right? I'm not judging him in that sense. It's just, given the fact that he lost, given the fact that his performance wasn't that great, let's be perfectly honest, and now this prior to the title defense, it's just not a good look. It's just giving fuel to the Izzy haters, which is why I knew the MMA guru was going to make a video on it as soon as I saw the Michael Bisping video earlier today. And when Bisping's video on it, I was like, oh, this is so much ammunition for Guru. Israel Adesanya did apologize to his family, community, and team. If you want to check out the article by ESPN that we have up right now, they have his statement and quote there. This did occur August 19th, and Israel Adesanya did say in his address and apology that this behavior is never acceptable. In New Zealand, this is punishable by 3 months in prison or a $4,500 fine plus potential driving restrictions / clauses on your license. Again, is this further evidence that he overlooked Sean Strickland? Props Sean Strickland for capitalizing on it, whether he sensed it or not, with ease. And do you think, given that this isn't at John Jones level, do you think Izzy loses any sponsorships because of this? Or do you think it's just, again, because he was just minorly above, like having an extra half of your beer above the limit? Do you think that most will understand that there's people who do a lot worse? Hell, Sean Strickland is sponsored by Monster. I'm sure Bryce Mitchell has a few sponsors as well. You know what I'm saying? What I will say, though, I'll come at it from a different point of view. Is Sean Strickland the better middleweight champion role model to the youth? And before you give me your answer, I'll plead my case. I will tell you why I'm leaning towards yes. September 24th on Sunday is when ESPN published the articles, when the news cycles published that Israel Adesanya pled guilty to this charge. Monday, Sean Strickland drops a Man Dance podcast episode, and he does this Sean Strickland thing, you know, hey, let me tell you guys, you know, yin and yang with Chris Curtis there. What's funny about the episode is they break down the fight card, and Sean Strickland's like, yeah, I don't know who any of these guys are. Oh yeah, I remember this guy, talked to him on the bus, yeah, blah blah blah. And even Chris Curtis is like, I did a fight companion with Jens Pulver, and I don't even remember half these fights. But so as they do, they comically went through the card. But at the end, it's a very short episode, as you can see. But at the end of the episode, Sean Strickland gets real with the fans, gets real with our generation. And I wanted to play that just to kind of back up my argument, and my tongue-in-cheek argument, I should say, that he's a better role model as a middleweight champion right now than that of an Israel Adesanya. And Shane shared with me as well, he thought that his appearance on the Nelk Boys podcast was one of the best Nelk Boys podcasts out there. And I would agree, Shane. And I think Sean Strickland on Joe Rogan was one of the better Joe Rogan MMA shows that we've seen lately. He made Joe Rogan squirm, man. I have a lot more respect for Sean Strickland than I ever did, because he's more than just a Colby Covington shtick. He's gonna showing off his true colors, being real, sticking to his actual beliefs, but also being a character all in one. And I think that's hard to do. Like Chael Sonnen was able to do that as well. It's not easy. But anyways, let's listen into why Sean Strickland is a better middleweight champion role model than that of an Israel Adesanya. Sean Strickland doesn't even drink.
From what you wear to what you drive, you are born living in the a commercial. When you're a little infant and you're watching TV, You are born looking at Audi and Mercedes commercials. When you handing a kid a cell phone, they are born and being fucking brainwashed. And like, dude, I love America more than anything, but I do not recognize the world we live in.
You can hear it. He sounds genuine. This isn't his character.
A generation of boys who judge their character by what they drive and what they wear.
And this last piece started with I think Chris Curtis and him talking about, oh, you're gonna get a nice car, and he's like, no. He's like, hey, I'm too cheap, but that's what's wrong with the generation is you need a nice car to put value on yourself or whatever. And
so the reason why, like, unless someone wants to give me a car for free.
This is the speech from Fight Club, by the way.
Unless somebody wants to, but I just like, as far as there's a camera in my face, I don't want to participate in making people feel like you are not enough. If you work an 8-hour job, if you do rebar, if you do electrical, I think that the value of you is by how you act, by the kind of father you are.
Amen, dude.
And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame that we let corporations come in this country and we ruin the idea of what a man is. So as long as I'm a fucking champion, you guys, for you, enjoy your old fucking trucks, enjoy your old beat up fucking Honda Civics, man. Like,
I drive a 2006 piece of Subaru Forester, by the way.
I'll tell you what, and you single guys, you single guys out there that, maybe you want a fucking BMW to get that Instagram. If you meet a girl and she doesn't want to be with you while you're driving a fucking Hyundai Accent, she ain't the fucking one, dude. We'll conclude this, dude. Just, I'm going to keep rocking my Hyundai Accent and, fucking thank you guys, because you are the reason why I got this fucking shot.
Dude, how awesome was that? This is why in the same 24-hour window, the story comes out that Israel Adesanya pleads guilty to drunk driving. Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland come out with a podcast, and Sean Strickland, goes deep. He is the real MMA guru. A message to the youth, a message to the young men out there in North America. Unbelievable stuff. Israel Adesanya kind of messed up there, and there's no excuse for that. But when I heard Sean Strickland say this today, I was like, this is the angle that I'm going to talk about this today on the live stream. I'm not just going to regurgitate the Israel Adesanya story. I'm going to make the case that Sean Strickland is a better role model as a middleweight champion than that of an Israel Adesanya.
I manifested this.